mashallah. The second one is...
Good evening and welcome to this, the first edition of the Aga Khan Music Awards.
Now, I know that in some parts of the world, the words Muslim and music are not often linked together in the public mind, but they should be. The cultural heritage of Islam has long embraced musical language as an elemental expression of human spirituality, identity, and heritage, while simultaneously reaching out in powerful ways to people of different backgrounds.
Here's the thing. It's not one day award show. It's not a 3-hour award show. It's pretty much a festival.
There is an old Sufi aphorism: if you want to go north, go south. And that more or less describes the circuitous path that has now led finally to the implementation of the Music Awards. It was back in 2001 that my brother launched in Central Asia the Aga Khan Music Initiative, as it was then called, with the aim of helping to preserve and revitalise traditional folk, classical and devotional music in the region.
The Aga Khan Music Initiative has been a pioneer in the emerging field of cultural development. It was given a mission to revitalize musical traditions that had been in many ways devastated by the experience of the Soviet Union.
So we went and dealt with what was needed the most, and that was the revival of traditional and time-honored method of music education, the master apprentice or the Ustad Shagird. And then, because we live in the 21st century, we had to not only revive it, but also make it relevant to the kids, the students of today. It's a 3 or 4 day event that offers a panoramic view of the artistic excellence throughout the world of the Great East. And I'm so happy that through the vision of His Highness and Prince Amin, it was the city of Lisbon that was chosen to celebrate the first awards. Because historically it made perfect sense. It's literally at the crossroads of the great Western and Eastern civilizations. In the Gulbenkian Orchestra, we had the most extraordinary partner. In the end, we opened the awards with a celebration of Eastern contemporary music performed by a Western orchestra.
Part of the awards mission is to ensure that this now enters this global space and finds a way to become part of our global heritage.
This music so easily exoticized, right? Like we become the exotic musician so easily. And as I was sitting through the performance with the orchestra and the master musicians of the Aga Khan, I felt so happy because somehow everything became more relevant, and this music was the center and everything was being adapted to it.
Welcome to the performances by finalists for the Aga Khan Music Award in Performance.
let's remind ourselves that the jury really is not a group of musicologists or music educators. It's a very diverse construction. We have on this jury a world-renowned violinist, performer. We have a fantastic curator and painter. We have a very distinguished choreographer and dancer, as well as two remarkable musicologists and scholars. A very interesting conversation, no doubt, emerged in that room yesterday.
It was extremely challenging, I have to say, and but what was incredible that we were quite unanimous about the decision.
Yesterday I have to forget all my preconceptions. This is also important. Learn how to listen without preconception.
You're liberated actually by the sound, and no longer is it about the toil and the hard work that goes into virtuosity. That I think was the key.
Ժամանակ որ նստանք գհնդրենք գորվոր մեկը պետք է առնենք կոնվենաբլ դժվարություն տեսանք ինչու պրինցիպ բաներ չենք դրած ադորամար վերջապես հաջողվեցանք կոնվենաբլ հատ մտնանք Մստաֆա սայ ադի բրախին ացեվով մեր կոմիտեն աս գտնալու համար
I hope it affects people. I mean, these people to know their music and to try not to worship the tradition at all. No, to take it as a reference, then go forward making new music based on equality.
One thing that I've learned is that music is always changing. It never stays the same, and there's no way that any one of us can force it to stay the same, because it belongs to anyone that hears it, plays it, touches it, feels it. None of us own it. Music is something we get to share with each other.
I had one very direct reaction at 7:30 last night after whatever it was, 9 hours of listening to these fantastic artists. I simply felt better about the world.
And the most important part is that these musicians, the laureates, they will be able to show to the younger generation that their music matters.
Word to salute the winners. They deserve this word because they are the best.
Listening to music, practicing music, sharing music, performing music have long been an intimate part of life for Muslim communities across the world.
There are very often people who have been overlooked in the race for development, and therefore something like this, an initiative like this, means you're giving respect to those people who once had a very, very important role to play in society.
It allows people to see how a tradition may be maintained and how effective it can be in making people come together.
But you cannot underestimate the power of what was achieved. It's an extraordinary historic event. And we participated in it. And with that comes a responsibility, because the artistic beauty, the diversity, and the quality of the work commands that the rest of the world understand this achievement, so it will continue to perpetuate and grow. That becomes our job.
I will never tire of repeating that these awards can only be as good as the quality of the nominations. Please nominate. Please continue to nominate. Those who were not selected this cycle for one reason or another, this is a rigorous jury, but they also had very limited period of time. Please continue to nominate. When we speak of artists or cinematographers or actors in the Western world, we never hesitate to say that this is a 3-time Grammy nominee or 5-time Oscar nominee. My hope is that in 10 years' time, an artist will be characterized as 3 times ACMA nominee and 1st-time ACMA winner. So please continue to nominate and help us discover and support excellence that is out there but unknown to us.
In that international recognition that the awards will give the artists, it will help them to be viewed as valuable in their home countries.
Je dois multiplier mes efforts, je dois continuer à sauvegarder la tradition, à être toujours la gardienne de la musique traditionnelle.
His Highness once said that hope is absolutely infectious, but it has to be strong enough, and it has to have consistency and support. We will ensure that hope is there.